So we're out on my boat, the Soggy Cracker, and what happens on this boat doesn't stay on this boat. As we're out looking at the phosphate gyp stack right here in Hillsborough Bay. This one's right on the water. Piney Point, there was a little bit of a gap. It was across US 41 down there in Manatee County. This one's on the water and it's not talked about. It's a ticking time bomb. It's the next one. And right now, the news is telling you that they're dumping raw sewage, hundreds of thousands of gallons of raw sewage, but nobody's telling you how much these people are dumping in the water. And right now, they're telling us they had a spill down in Fort Meade with an indeterminate amount of waste that has sunk out of one of these things. And everybody's quiet about it. Nobody wants to be the bad guy to talk about the phosphate companies because, Sabrina, where was that boat from that they were loading it out? It wasn't Missouri or anywhere like that, right? Singapore. Hey, you know, they did that land deal with the school board.
They did?
They were one of the countries that deals with it. It was Singapore. Yeah, they're profiting off in Florida like crazy. And we're paying for it. And look at the water. They've dumped so much stuff in the water, it's brown out here.
The water's pretty nasty.
It is pretty nasty. Of all the places in the Caribbean, right, we're around all that pretty blue water. But ours looks like this. When I went to Trump's house, it was pretty blue water. Trump don't play this game. I don't know if he chlorinates out there on his beach or something. But his water don't look like this. There's a lot of sewage in the water. So be careful if you're out there boating or jet skiing or whatever. You got an open cut, you might be full of bacteria. This is my friend Sabrina. This is Mark, Josie, and that's my beautiful wife, Season. She's camera shy though. Look at her hiding. We're going to have to ask Trump where he got that ocean chlorine because Hillsborough Bay is in desperate need of some cleanup. The Alafaya has always had brown water, but today it was nasty. The phosphate companies have been dumping stuff in the Alafaya since, well, they've been mining phosphate here. Back in 1988, they had a massive fish kill. And the only thing that ever changes about the phosphate company is their name. First, Gardner goes out of business, and then Cargill buys them out. The same Cargill that's been accused of human trafficking. And then IMC and Cargill merge to make Mosaic. Mosaic now carries on the legacy of the phosphate company's pollution. The only difference is now they spend a lot on advertising with blue herons, fake ponds, gopher tortoises, and people telling you how clean they are. Makes residents feel better, but those of us that know how dangerous the phosphate companies are don't want them in our backyards. They're polluting our waters, they're polluting our aquifers, and our government allows them to do it. Ah, geez, sorry, kid. Tell Mosaic the horseshoe crabs didn't make it. Hey, Mosaic, why did I do all this research into you? Well, you bet on the wrong bureaucrat. You bet with Michael Owen. Michael Owen likes to shut down small businesses when he was a District 4 county commissioner, and Mike's trying to be a state representative. We didn't forget what you did, Mike. We know you sent Zerla out there to those barns. And Miss Zerla, why is it you're shutting down small businesses, but when Mosaic has fires on their property, they're allowed to operate as business as usual the next day? I'm Matt the Welder. God bless America, FJB, and I really miss Pat Tillman.